Imagine this scenario. A beloved family member has passed away, and amidst the grief, you discover you've been named the personal representative of their estate. Trusted to honor their final wishes, you now face a daunting decision. Will you step up to protect their legacy or risk allowing an unscrupulous relative to seize control? Join us as we explore the ethical and emotional complexities of this pivotal role. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Wills, Women, and Wealth podcast. I'm Elsa W. Smith, your Maryland estate planning and probate attorney, and I'm thrilled to have you with us today. We're here to empower women who value their health, wealth, and the legacies they're creating. This podcast delves into a diverse range of subjects encompassing finance, law, mental and physical health, and beyond. Our commitment is to furnish you with invaluable insights, engaging expert interviews, and enlightening episodes that address your questions on wills, estate planning, and probate matters. Remember, this is your community, and we want to hear from you. Engage with us, ask questions, suggest topics. Let's build a dialogue. Reach out to us on social media or leave a comment. Your input fuels the conversations we have. You can find all of our episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for our upcoming content. We appreciate your support. And if you enjoy the podcast, please consider leaving us a 5-star review. Your review helps amplify our reach and brings our content to more listeners. And now, on with the podcast. In today's episode, we dive deep into the critical role of a personal representative in estate administration. We'll begin by defining what a personal representative is and exploring their vital responsibilities in ensuring the decedent's wishes are honored. From the emotional and ethical dilemmas faced by reluctant personal representatives to the legal and practical implications they navigate, we'll uncover the complexities involved. We'll discuss how to evaluate the decision to serve and manage the role effectively, emphasizing transparency and communication with beneficiaries. Additionally, we'll explore strategies for handling potential conflicts and the importance of seeking professional assistance to mitigate risks. Join us as we unravel the intricacies of this pivotal role and provide insights into successfully navigating the challenges of estate administration. First, let's define what a personal representative is. Essentially, a personal representative is the individual appointed to administer the estate of a deceased person. This role involves a wide array of responsibilities, from locating and managing assets to paying off debts and taxes, and ultimately distributing the remaining assets according to the decedent's will or state law if there is no will. The personal representative acts as the legal fiduciary for the estate, meaning they must act in the best interest of the estate and its beneficiaries, maintaining transparency and fairness throughout the process. The importance of the personal representative in estate planning, or rather in the estate planning process, cannot be overstated. This person ensures that the decedent's wishes are honored and that the estate is handled efficiently and ethically. They provide a vital service, bridging the gap between the decedent's final intentions and the legal execution of those wishes, Without a competent and diligent personal representative, the process can become chaotic, leading to disputes among beneficiaries, mismanagement of assets, or even legal battles that can further complicate the grieving process for loved ones. However, despite the importance of this role, many people are reluctant to serve as a personal representative. So, why is that? The reasons can be quite varied and deeply personal. First, the time commitment can be significant. Managing an estate can take months or even years, depending on the complexity of the assets and any legal challenges that may arise. This responsibility can be overwhelming, especially for someone who is already dealing with the emotional strain of losing a loved one. Second, the role comes with legal and financial responsibilities. The personal representative must ensure all debts and taxes are paid before distributing the estate, which can be a daunting task, particularly if the decedent's financial affairs are not in order. Any mistakes can potentially lead to personal liability, adding a layer of risk that many are understandably hesitant to accept. Moreover, the personal representative often finds themselves in the middle of family dynamics, which can sometimes be strained. The decisions they make can affect relationships and lead to conflicts, especially if beneficiaries disagree on the handling of the estate. Navigating these interpersonal challenges requires tact, patience, and a strong sense of fairness, qualities that not everyone feels confident they possess in such trying times. Having established the critical responsibilities of a personal representative, let's now turn our attention to the emotional and ethical challenges faced by those who find themselves thrust into this role. In segment 2, we'll explore the dilemmas of reluctant personal representatives, examining the profound decisions they must make amidst grief and the looming presence of unscrupulous relatives. Part 2, the reluctant personal representative's dilemma. In this segment, we explore the complex and often emotional dilemma faced by a reluctant personal representative, where stepping up might be the only way to ensure the decedent's wishes are honored, especially in the face of an unscrupulous distant relative ready to take advantage. Imagine this scenario. A beloved family member has passed away, and amidst the grief, you discover you've been named the personal representative of their estate. This person trusted you to carry out their final wishes, but the responsibility feels overwhelming. Perhaps you're already juggling work, family, and personal commitments, and adding the role of personal representative seems impossible. Moreover, the emotional burden of handling a loved one's affairs can be daunting, especially when you're still processing their loss. Now consider the presence of an unscrupulous distant relative, someone who has shown little regard for the decedent in life, but now sees an opportunity to benefit from their death. This relative might be eager to step in if you decline, motivated not by a sense of duty or respect, but by personal gain. The thought of this person, who never had the decedent's best interest at heart, managing their estate is deeply unsettling. The ethical considerations in this situation are significant. As the decedent's chosen personal representative, you were trusted to carry out their wishes faithfully and with integrity. Declining this role means potentially allowing someone less worthy to take control. This could lead to the decedent's wishes being ignored, assets being mishandled, and family members being unfairly treated. The emotional toll of stepping in might be high, but the ethical responsibility can weigh even heavier. The consequences of not stepping in can be severe. An unscrupulous relative might mismanage the estate, causing financial loss and emotional stress for the other heirs. The decedent's final wishes might not be honored, leading to further heartache for those who truly cared about them. Legal battles could ensue, draining the estate's resources and fracturing family relationships. The legacy of the decedent could be tainted by mismanagement and discord. In facing this dilemma, it's crucial to balance your capacity with the ethical responsibility bestowed upon you. While it's natural to feel reluctant, remember that as the personal representative, you have the power to protect the decedent's wishes and ensure their estate is handled with care and respect they deserve. If the task feels insurmountable, seeking professional assistance can alleviate some of the burden and guide through the process. Now that we've explored the emotional dilemmas faced by reluctant personal representatives, it's essential to shift our focus to the legal and practical realities they encounter. In Part 3, we'll delve into the intricate legal obligations, potential liabilities, and practical challenges that shape the landscape of estate administration. Part 3, the legal and practical implications. In this segment, let's delve into the legal and practical implications faced by a personal representative, the person tasked with the enormous responsibility of managing an estate. This role comes with significant legal obligations and potential liabilities, and it presents practical challenges that can be daunting. However, resources and support are available to help navigate these complexities. First, let's talk about the legal obligations and potential liabilities. As a personal representative, you are legally bound to act in the best interest of the estate and its beneficiaries. This fiduciary duty means you must manage the estate's assets prudently, pay off debts and taxes, and distribute the remaining assets according to the will or state law if there is no will. Failure to fulfill these duties can result in personal liability. For example, if you mismanage the estate's assets or fail to pay taxes, you could be held personally responsible for the financial losses incurred. This liability underscores the importance of meticulous record keeping, transparency, and adherence to legal procedures. Moving on to the practical challenges, the role of a personal representative is often far more demanding than one might initially anticipate. The time commitment can be extensive. Depending on the complexity of the estate, the administration process can take several months or even years. This includes tasks such as locating and valuing assets, dealing with creditors, filing tax returns, and managing property. The complexity of the estate can add another layer of difficulty. Estates with numerous assets, business interests, or complicated financial histories require careful management and often specialized knowledge. Family dynamics can further complicate the personal representative's role. Disputes among beneficiaries are not uncommon, and as the person in charge, you might find yourself in the middle of these conflicts. Maintaining impartiality and effective communication is crucial to managing these situations. Ensuring that all beneficiaries are kept informed and understanding their concerns can help in mitigating potential disputes. Fortunately, resources and support are available to help you navigate these challenges. Seeking the advice of an estate administration attorney can provide valuable legal guidance and help you understand your obligations and how to meet them. Accountants can assist with financial management and tax issues, ensuring that the estate's finances are handled correctly. Additionally, there are numerous online resources such as checklists and guides that can help you stay organized and informed throughout the process. Now that we've covered the legal obligations and practical challenges facing personal representatives, it's time for a brief message from our sponsor, the law offices of Elsa W. Smith. After the break, we'll delve into part 4, where we'll discuss the critical considerations involved in evaluating whether to accept the role of a personal representative.
Are you in Maryland or DC embarking on your estate planning journey? Let us guide you through the process. Join us for a complimentary 15-minute call with a member of our team. There's no obligation. Check out the show notes for the scheduling link. Your first step towards securing your family's future starts here.
Part 4, Evaluating the Decision to Serve. In this segment, we explore the crucial process of evaluating the decision to serve as a personal representative. This role carries significant responsibilities and can have profound implications, so it's important to carefully consider whether to accept it. Let's talk about the criteria for making this decision, the questions you should ask yourself, and the pros and cons of stepping in as the personal representative. First, consider the criteria for deciding whether to accept the role. Key factors include your ability to handle the time commitment, your capacity to manage the complex tasks, and your emotional readiness. Assess whether you have the time to dedicate to this role, as managing an estate can take months or even years. Consider your organizational skills and ability to deal with financial and legal matters. Equally important is your emotional readiness. Are you prepared to manage the estate of a loved one while possibly dealing with your own grief? To help with your decision, ask yourself the following questions. Do I fully understand the responsibilities and obligations of a personal representative? Can I commit the necessary time and energy to fulfill this role effectively? Am I comfortable managing financial and legal tasks, or will I need professional assistance? How well can I handle potential conflicts and maintain impartiality among beneficiaries? Am I emotionally prepared to take on this responsibility during a potentially difficult time? By answering these questions honestly, you can gain a clearer understanding of whether you are suited to serve as a personal representative. Now, let's weigh the pros and cons of stepping in as a personal representative. Here are the pros. Honoring the decedent's wishes. Serving as a personal representative allows you to ensure that the decedent's final wishes are respected and carried out. Control and oversight. You can directly manage the estate, ensuring that it is handled with care and integrity. And potential compensation. In many cases, personal representatives are entitled to compensation for their time and effort, providing some financial benefit. Now, let's talk about the cons. Time commitment. The role can be extremely time consuming, requiring a significant dedication of your time over an extended period. Emotional stress. Managing an estate, especially of someone close to you, can be emotionally taxing. Legal and financial liability. There's potential for personal liability if mistakes are made in managing the estate's assets or in meeting legal obligations. And family conflicts. The role often involves navigating family dynamics, which can be challenging and lead to conflicts. Now that we've considered the factors involved in deciding whether to accept the role of a personal representative, let's move on to exploring how to effectively manage this responsibility once it's undertaken. In part 5, we'll talk about the initial steps to take, strategies for organizing and managing the estate, and tips for maintaining transparency and communication with beneficiaries. Part 5, Managing the Role Effectively. In this segment, we'll talk about how to manage the role of personal representative effectively. Taking on this role is a significant responsibility, and it's important to approach it with a clear plan and organized strategies. We'll cover the initial steps to take once you've decided to serve, strategies for organizing and managing the estate, and tips for maintaining transparency and communication with beneficiaries. First, let's talk about the initial steps to take once you've decided to serve as a personal representative. The first thing you should do is to locate the decedent's will, if there is one, and file it with the probate court. This officially begins the probate process. You'll also need to obtain death certificates, which will be necessary for handling various aspects of the estate. Next, identify and secure the estate's assets. This includes everything from real estate and bank accounts to personal belongings and investments. It's crucial to make an inventory of all assets and assess their value. Once you've taken these initial steps, it's time to focus on organizing and managing the estate effectively. One of the most important strategies is to stay organized. Create a detailed checklist of tasks to be completed and deadlines to meet. Keep thorough records of all transactions, communications, and decisions made during the administration process. This will not only help you stay on top of your responsibilities, but also protect you from potential legal issues. Engaging the right professionals is another key strategy. Consider hiring an estate administration or probate attorney, an accountant, and possibly a financial advisor. These experts can provide invaluable guidance and ensure that you meet all legal and financial obligations. They can also help you navigate any complexities that arise during the administration of the estate. Maintaining transparency and communication with beneficiaries is essential for a smooth administration process. Regularly update beneficiaries on the status of the estate and any significant developments. Clear, honest communication helps build trust and reduces the likelihood of conflicts. If difficult decisions need to be made, explain your reasoning and be open to questions. Establish a schedule for periodic updates and stick to it. This proactive communication can prevent misunderstandings and keep everyone informed and reassured. Finally, it's important to take care of yourself during this process. Managing an estate can be emotionally and physically draining, especially if you're also grieving. Don't hesitate to seek support from friends, family, or a professional counselor if needed. Taking breaks and managing your stress levels will help you stay focused and effective in your role. Now that we've explored strategies for effectively managing the role of a personal representative, let's address another critical aspect: navigating potential conflicts that may arise during estate administration. In Part 6, we'll discuss how to identify, address, and resolve conflicts with family members or beneficiaries while maintaining neutrality and ensuring the fair administration of the estate. Part 6, handling potential conflicts. In this segment, we'll tackle a challenging but crucial aspect of being a personal representative: handling potential conflicts. Managing an estate can be emotionally charged, and conflicts among family members or beneficiaries are not uncommon. Let's explore how to identify and address these conflicts, the legal options available for resolving disputes, and the importance of maintaining neutrality and impartiality throughout the process. First, identifying potential conflicts is key. Pay close attention to the dynamics among beneficiaries and any pre-existing tensions. Conflicts often arise over asset distribution, perceived fairness, or misunderstandings about the decedent's intentions. Early warning signs might include beneficiaries expressing dissatisfaction with the will, disagreements over asset valuations, or just a general hostility in communications. Being aware of these signals allows you to address issues before they escalate. Addressing conflicts proactively can prevent them from becoming major disputes. Open and clear communication is essential. Ensure all beneficiaries are kept informed about the estate administration process and understand the steps you're taking. Transparency builds trust and can alleviate concerns about favoritism or mismanagement. When disagreements arise, listen to all parties involved and strive to understand their perspectives. Sometimes people simply need to be heard and feel valued. Despite your best efforts, some conflicts may require legal intervention. When disputes can't be resolved through communication and negotiation, there are several legal options available. Mediation is a valuable tool where a neutral third party helps facilitate a resolution. It's often quicker and less adversarial than going to court. In more severe cases, litigation may be necessary. That's where a court will resolve the issue. While litigation can be time-consuming and costly, it sometimes becomes the only way to ensure a fair outcome. Throughout this process, it's crucial to stay neutral and impartial. As a personal representative, your duty is to the estate and all its beneficiaries equally. Avoid showing favoritism or making decisions that could be perceived as biased. That applies to you as well if you're also a beneficiary. Maintaining neutrality not only upholds your legal responsibilities, but also helps to minimize conflicts and ensures that the estate is administered fairly. Documenting every step you take and keeping detailed records can protect you against accusations of bias and provide transparency in your decision-making process. As we conclude our discussion on handling potential conflicts in estate administration, it's crucial to recognize the importance of seeking professional guidance when navigating these complexities. In Part 7, we'll explore the benefits of seeking legal and professional assistance, the types of professionals who can provide support, and how their expertise might mitigate challenges and ensure a smooth process. Part 7, seeking professional help. In this segment, we'll explore the importance of seeking professional help when serving as a personal representative. This role carries significant responsibilities and complexities, and knowing when and why to seek legal or professional advice is important. We'll talk about the types of professionals who can assist you: attorneys, accountants, and financial advisors, and how their expertise can mitigate challenges and risks. First, let's talk about when and why to seek legal or professional advice. As soon as you decide to accept the role of personal representative, it's wise to consult with an estate administration or probate attorney. The probate process involves navigating legal requirements, deadlines, and paperwork that can be overwhelming without proper guidance. A probate attorney can help you understand your legal obligations, avoid common pitfalls, and ensure that you comply with state laws and the terms of the will. Seeking professional advice early in the process can save you time, reduce stress, and help you avoid costly mistakes. Now let's think about the types of professionals who can assist you other than the probate attorney. As I mentioned, probate attorneys are invaluable for navigating legal complexities, and they can guide you through the probate process. An accountant is another key professional to engage. Managing an estate often involves dealing with taxes, debts, and financial reporting. An accountant can ensure that all financial matters are handled correctly, from filing a final tax return to managing estate taxes and distributing assets. Their expertise can prevent financial missteps and ensure that the state's finances are in order. Financial advisors can also play a crucial role, especially if the estate includes investments, retirement accounts, or other financial assets. They can provide advice on managing and liquidating assets, ensuring that the estate's value is maximized for the beneficiaries. Additionally, they can help you make informed decisions about complex financial matters and offer strategies for efficiently handling the estate's assets. Professional assistance can significantly mitigate challenges and risks. For example, legal advice can protect you from personal liability if disputes or claims against the estate arise. Proper financial management can prevent errors that could lead to penalties or loss of estate value. Moreover, professionals bring experience and objectivity to the process, helping you navigate emotional and contentious situations with a clear, rational approach. This support is invaluable in maintaining the integrity of the estate administration and ensuring that the decedent's wishes are honored. As we wrap up this podcast episode on the role and responsibilities of a personal representative, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've been on together. We started by discussing what it means to be a personal representative and why it's so important. We then explored the decision-making process and how to handle conflicts that may arise. It's been a whirlwind of information, but now let's finish up by highlighting the key points to remember, and I'll share some final thoughts. Serving as a personal representative is no small task. As we explored in Part 1, the role involves significant legal and financial responsibilities. You are tasked with locating and managing assets, paying debts and taxes, and ultimately distributing the estate in accordance with the decedent's wishes or state law. The importance of this role cannot be overstated. You are the bridge between the decedent's intentions and the reality of asset distribution. However, this responsibility often comes with a heavy emotional and time commitment. making it a role that not everyone feels ready to accept. In part 2, we examine the dilemma faced by a reluctant personal representative. The ethical considerations are profound. Declining the role could mean leaving the estate in the hands of someone less trustworthy, potentially leading to mismanagement or conflicts. The emotional and ethical weight of this decision underscores the need to carefully evaluate one's readiness to serve, balancing personal capacity with the decedent's trust and the potential consequences of stepping aside. The legal and practical implications we discussed in Part 3 highlight the complexities of this role. Legal obligations and potential liabilities mean that meticulous attention to detail and adherence to legal procedures are paramount. The practical challenges, ranging from time commitments to family dynamics, can be daunting, but with proper organization and support, they can be managed effectively. In Part 4, we delved into the process of evaluating the decision to serve. This involves assessing your ability to handle the responsibilities, managing your own grief, and being prepared for potential conflicts. By asking yourself critical questions about your readiness, you can make an informed decision that balances your well-being with your duties. Once the decision to serve is made, managing the role effectively is crucial, as outlined in Part 5. Taking initial steps like locating the will and securing assets, staying organized, and maintaining clear communication with beneficiaries can help ensure a smooth administration process. Engaging professionals for legal, financial, and tax advice can further mitigate risks and streamline the process. Handling potential conflicts, discussed in Part 6, is perhaps one of the most challenging aspects of being a personal representative. Identifying early warning signs, maintaining transparency, and seeking mediation when necessary can help manage disputes and ensure that the estate is administered fairly and impartially. Finally, as we covered in Part 7, seeking professional help is not just beneficial, but often essential. Probate attorneys, accountants, and financial advisors bring expertise that can alleviate the burden of managing an estate, ensuring that you fulfill your duties effectively and protect both the estate and yourself from potential pitfalls. So to wrap up, serving as a personal representative is a significant responsibility that requires careful consideration, dedication, and often professional support. By approaching this role with a clear understanding of your responsibilities and a well-organized plan, you can honor the decedent's wishes and manage the estate with integrity and efficiency. Remember, seeking help and maintaining open communication are key to navigating the complexities of this role successfully. At the law offices of Elsa W. Smith, we focus on guiding individuals through the complexities of estate administration with clarity and compassion. Whether you're facing the emotional and logistical challenges of fulfilling a loved one's final wishes, or you need support in understanding your legal obligations, we're here to help. I invite you to take the next step towards peace of mind by scheduling a complimentary 15-minute call with a member of our team. We'll listen to your concerns, provide personalized guidance, and outline how we can support you through every phase of estate administration. Click the link in the show notes or visit our website to book your call today. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Wills, Women, and Wealth podcast. I'm Elsa W. Smith, your Maryland estate planning and probate attorney. Until next time, stay informed, stay empowered, and take control of your legacy.